Hello and welcome to Defence Line, a weekly program on defence, security and more. I'm Kamar Sandhu. In this episode of Defence Line, we will discuss the long-standing demand of the ex-servicemen in the country for one rank, one pension. Even though leaders across political parties have demanded implementation of the demand, the issue has lingered on for not 1, 2 or 3 but as many as 25 years. Needless to say, this has angered the ex-servicemen no end. We will discuss in today's Defence Line the how and why of this demand. We have in our studios Major General Pushpinder Singh, Brigadier Kiran Krishan and Brigadier Harvansh Singh. Welcome to the studio, but before we jump into the discussion, let us take a quick look at the demands on and how the ex-servicemen have been forced to come to the streets in support of what they say is a just demand.
When the Parliament Committee says that the MP's pay should be increased, within 24 hours the MP's pay is increased. In our case it is 24 years to 30 years. They are still considering whether it will be done or not.
It is a shame for this country. It is shame for all citizens that these politicians are cheating soldiers also.
Angry ex-servicemen venting their ire against the government. But they are not alone. They have lakhs of counterparts who are not happy with the government's dilly-dallying. These armed forces veterans want the implementation of one rank, one pension. Expressing their anguish, they even have returned their medals to the president.
अगर आप फौजियों का मान सम्मान नहीं कर सकते तो ये मेडल नहीं है, ये सिर्फ सम्मान है, बोझ है हमारे ऊपर। आप ये मेडल वापस करें, जिस दिन वन रैंक वन पेंशन मिलेगा हम मेडल वापस लेके इसी माफिक रैली लेकर यहाँ लगाएंगे।
OROP implies that uniform pension should be paid to armed forces personnel retiring in the same rank with the same length of service irrespective of their date of retirement. These services veterans want revision in the pension of those who retired before January 2006 to put them on par with post-September 2008 pensioners. However, even as these ex-servicemen take the extreme step of returning their medals, the government has refused to budge. It says the process is an ongoing one and may not come soon. At the time, we cannot implement one rank, one pension, but we are nearing the goal. It is a long process. The Prime Minister appointed a committee to look into the issues of the ex-servicemen. The committee gave recommendations in 5 areas and all have been accepted. Antony's remarks comes on to the heels of the recommendations of a Parliamentary Standing Committee on Defence formed by the Prime Minister on the issue. The committee had asked the Defence Ministry to soon implement one rank, one pension for armed forces veterans, noting that a demand for this has not been accepted by it. The committee concluded that OROP has not been accepted by the government. However, the pensionary benefits of ex-servicemen, including disabled ex-servicemen, have considerably been improved by implementation of the 7 recommendations of a committee. In March this year, the Chandigarh bench of the Armed Forces Tribunal had directed the Union government to grant one rank, one pension or the same pension to personnel belonging to the same rank irrespective of the date of retirement. The tribunal in its decision said, "It is quite clear that the state cannot lay down different criteria for grant of pension for same rank of officers and personnel below officer rank on the basis of the cut-off date of retirement. All pensioners, irrespective of the date of retirement, are entitled to the same pension." The judgment also said grant of unequal pay in the same rank was a violation of Article 14 of the Constitution that grants equal rights to all citizens. The demand of the ex-servicemen is not a new one. They have been fighting for the cause for years now. The demand had intensified after the 6th Pay Commission did not address the issue. And now, when they are getting support from all corners, including the opposition, the movement has gained pace.
We are in conversation with Major General Pushpinder Singh, Brigadier Kiran Krishan and Brigadier Harvansh Singh on the issue of one rank, one pension. I'll begin with General Pushpinder Singh. General, we've all known about the one rank, one pension demand of the ex-servicemen. The Defence Minister recently said that though in principle they want to implement the recommendations of the High-Powered Committee, but they could be delaying the implementation. So how disappointed are you with what the Defence Minister said?
Well, you see, the delay is 25 years. Are they going to wait for another 25 years? And they have made this promise repeatedly. And I think 4 parliamentary committees, starting first in 1984 with the Singh-Dio committee, has urged the government that please give the defence retired personnel one rank, one pension. The government has somehow always said yes, we agree, but they have taken 25 years to accept it. So if you are going to take another 25 years, I think this is extremely disappointing.
Absolutely. Brigadier Kiran Krishnan, could you explain the kind of disparity that exists between one rank and or the same rank and the kind of disparity in pension that exists?
Disparity is really tremendous if you see in terms of money. For example, a Sepoy who is retired before 2006 and one who is retiring after 1st January 2006, without the complement of dearness allowance, the difference is as much as 3,000 rupees. And you add dearness allowance, so you can add another 1,500 rupees.
So you mean a person who has retired at the same rank, some people get as much as 3,000 rupees less than the other person?
So that's just for the Sepoy.
Okay.
If you take the case of generals, a major general who's very much near the lieutenant general, just a difference of one rank, the disparity is as much as 9,000 rupees. And you take the case of a time scale lieutenant colonel and a major, which are basically almost doing the same job, the difference is as much as 11,000 rupees.
You are the convener of the northern unit of the Indian ex-servicemen. Now, I think you've been taking this up for quite some time, isn't it?
Quite right, quite right.
Harvansh Singh, can you go into the genesis of this disparity that prevails?
You see, the genesis, the Supreme Court has given a ruling that pension is deferred wages and there should be equity for the job done, both in terms of quality and quantity. So in the services, quality is measured by rank and quantity in terms of length of service. Now this principle was very much used till the second pay commission. We were getting up to second pay commission one rank, one pension. Now after second pay commission, the third pay commission did introduce a new element that our pension, which was then called military pension, was converted into normal pension and the rules applicable to civilians were made applicable to us. For example, for a civilian to earn full pension, he had to put in 33 years service. Our soldiers are compulsorily retired at younger age to keep the army young. For example, spy those days were retired at 15 years service and add 2 years for every each rank. So to compensate for that, earlier the pensions were more for the military people and they were happy.
But we often compare our armed forces with our neighbors. So what is the kind of situation that prevails maybe across in Pakistan?
Well, across Pakistan, we are nowhere near them. They have the advantage of what they are. Their pensions are their pays are many times higher, their pensions are many times higher, and they don't have no such scrape. They automatically get one rank, one pension. In fact, I was in UK a few days back. Their servicemen are very happy. They are getting almost one rank, one pension. It is only Indian military that the disparities are so glaring and so vast.
General Pushpinder Singh, I'll come back to you. Tell me, what is really holding back the implementation of the decision, if I could say it, or at least the recommendations which have been made by various committees? Is it the bureaucracy or is it the lack of political will?
You see, before the last elections, before UPA 2 was elected, under pressure, the UPA manifesto said, we'll give you one rank, one pension. After they came into power, within 6 months they said we've implemented it. What they implemented was a certain improvement in pensions for people below officer rank. That did not touch the officer rank, and that improvement also was very disappointing. I think in the last session, not the one which has just concluded, the budget session, Mr. Advani asked the Prime Minister that this is what you had promised, what has been done, and the Prime Minister said it has been given by my government. Okay. And then I think a privilege motion was moved against him by Mr. Advani, and he had to eat humble pie.
So you think both are responsible, is it? The bureaucracy and the politicians?
I think the Prime Minister was misinformed by the bureaucrats. And what they had not done for more than a year, they then took 6-7 days to issue the orders, and the army headquarters were under pressure कि इनको पैसे जल्दी से. In fact, people call this Babu dumb. I don't think dumb is it's like kingdom, it's an English word. The correct terminology for them is Babustan.
Okay. Brigadier Kiran Krishnan, who is to blame, the politician or the bureaucrat?
I would say primarily the politician. Prime Minister must answer for it, and directly.
So it's primarily, in your opinion, it is the political will.
Very much so. And saying Prime Minister doesn't know is wrong, because I myself wrote a letter and I got a reply to Mr.
Brigadier Harvansh Singh, who is to blame?
I agree with Krishan. It's the political leadership which must take the stand, and they should not just be misled by the bureaucrats. The politicians are to be blamed, and they must exert themselves so that bureaucrats don't misguide them.
Okay, we'll come back with in our discussion on one rank, one pension. Here we'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll also discuss the lingering issue of the how and why of the one rank, one pension being denied.
Candlelight vigil in Chandigarh. So it is evoking a response among the common man.
With that, we will end this program. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us in this discussion. We truly salute you for your sacrifices. They say the soldiers are usually remembered only in times of war, and it appears the ex-servicemen not even then. But they say that if you don't look after your Faujis in peacetime, your safety, your security could be in peril. It is time the nation woke up to the legitimate demand of the ex-servicemen for one rank and one pension. If you are watching this program, even if you are a civilian, support them in their demand. Do write back your feedback at defenseline@dayandnightnews.com. Next week we meet again with a new issue. Till then, good luck and goodbye. And for now, we meet at the bar. Welcome back. We continue our discussion with three senior retired star rank officers. Brigadier Harvansh, this is not the first committee, the parliamentary committee which was set up. I believe earlier, before the parliamentary committee, a committee under the cabinet secretary had been set up. What were the recommendations of that committee?
You see, that committee did not recommend one rank, one pension per se, but after that committee, there has been a parliamentary committee on defence, which as late as 7th of May recommended one rank, one pension. Before Khurana committee, which was also a cabinet parliamentary committee on defence, consisting of 44 MPs, recommended one rank, one pension categorically. In fact, they made a statement that if need be, a precedent should be made. So there are no dearth of committees or recommendation. What is lacking the political will?
Brigadier Kiran Krishnan, there is a feeling amongst the ex-servicemen that the government has been trying to divide the ex-servicemen community by giving something to one section and denying it to the other. Is that correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. There is no doubt in my mind, and I would consider it is a totally bad move. It is detrimental to the national interest, and I think whoever recommended it and whoever has accepted it are to blame for dividing the defence community. They have given it to the ranks, JCOs, NCOs and sepoys, and they brought what they call it parity in pension, which incidentally is nothing like one rank, one pension. Even they have been deceived. They have been told a blank lie, and not giving to officers is absolutely an incorrect move.
So are those, the JCOs and other ranks, happy with whatever is being given to them so far?
Not to my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. At least people who know what is happening, they are not happy at all. And it is our endeavor to inform everyone as to what exactly was the demand and what has been given.
So when you hold demonstrations, you hold rallies, do the other ranks, the JCOs, the retired JCOs also join you?
Yes, very much so. We had a rally in Delhi on 22nd August.
Yes.
And they were there in large numbers, and photographic evidence is there.
I see. Now, Brigadier Pushpinder Singh, General Pushpinder Singh,